Well, there's two things going on here. I grew up in New York City, in Brooklyn, in a very Catholic home. So up until the time I was 13 years old, I knew it was my destiny to be the first Brooklyn-born pope. I would practice coming out onto the balcony of St. Peter's and blessing the crowd. When I was 13, my father introduced me to his friend Ethel Merman. Backstage after a matinee of Gypsy, it was the first religious experience I ever had. No, it truly was. It was transcendent, and my dad was a good friend of Merman's father, Ed Zimmerman, so he brought us backstage. And the curtain was down at the Broadway Theater at 53rd Street, and I was just in awe. And she said, "Hiya, Pop, hiya, Pete." She knew my dad. And she looked at me and she said, "Well, you must be Jimmy. What are you going to be when you grow up?" And at that moment, the curtain of the Broadway Theater rose. And it was a dark, nobody was there. They were cleaning it up. And I said, "I'm going to do this." And I knew at that moment that's what I was going to do. In terms of character, man, the second person that my father introduced me to was David Burns. And Davey became a second father, an uncle, a best friend, a mentor, a teacher. And he got me the best job when I was in high school selling orange drink at the back of Broadway theaters. So I would spend a week at Funny Girl and watch and learn. But the one thing, Adrienne, is when I did Character Man out in New Jersey, they sold tickets mainly to the kids at Rutgers who had never heard of these guys. But still they came, and still they came backstage saying, "Thank you for this." They said, "You're a link in the chain." And that's really what I wanted to be, was a link in the chain and introduce these men and the greats like Zero and Davey and Jack Guilford and